Adapted for the unforgiving frozen wastes of Icereach, the White Dragons of Krynn are ruthless, ice-carving apex predators who prove that size isn't everything when survival is on the line. Welcome to another DragonLance Saga episode. My name is Adam, and today we are turning our eyes toward the icy south to explore the smallest, most misunderstood, and most instinctual of the chromatic dragons, the White Dragons of Krynn. I'd like to take a moment and thank the DL Saga members and Patreon patrons, and invite you to consider becoming a member or patron. You can even pick up Dragonlance media or get $10 by signing up to startplaying.games using my affiliate links. I'm referencing the Dragons of Krynn sourcebook for this information. If I leave anything out or misspeak, please leave a comment below. Living in the brutal sub-zero wilderness of southern Krynn, white dragons are the most physically compact of all dragonkind. To conserve crucial body heat in blinding blizzards, whites rarely exceed 80 feet in length unless blessed with extraordinary age or magical power. Every inch of their body is custom engineered for icy terrain. They sport massive, heavily muscled legs tipped with thick iron-like claws capable of punching straight through glacial ice to grip slippery mountain slopes. Intriguingly, even their wing joints feature small, hooked climbing claws, allowing them to scale sheer rock faces and icy cliffs where flight is impossible due to Arctic winds. Their skulls taper to a sharp, narrow snout crowned by 5 distinct horns, with the central horn reaching up to 6 feet in length on ancient worms. A thick, fringe-like mane extends from the base of their skull all the way down their spine to the tip of their tail. While a white hatchling emerges with scales as pale as fresh snow, these scales gradually darken into a deep blue-gray as the dragon ages. These scales are tightly linked together, like heavy armored plates, forming an airtight thermal seal that keeps precious internal body heat from escaping. White dragons make their homes in the most desolate, bone-chilling corners of Ansalon, primarily the vast howling plains of Icereach. Following the Chaos War and the magical glaciation of southern Ergoth brought on by the dragon overlord Frost, many whites migrated to those newly frozen islands. High mountain peaks across Ansalon, including the Kalkists and Carthay, also host isolated pockets. Because moderate heat causes white dragons intense physical discomfort, they almost never venture beyond these frigid biomes. A white dragon's lair is a dark frozen labyrinth carved straight into permafrost or glacial ice. These lairs feature narrow, winding tunnels designed with dead ends, false turns, and sheer, bottomless crevasses to trap intruders. The lair spirals downward into total darkness. The highest levels house ogre and Thanoi guards, while middle levels hold frozen meat larders, egg clutches, and horde chambers. At the very bottom rests the dragon's primary sleeping chamber. In terms of defense, whites maintain a surprisingly practical arrangement with the walrus-like Thanoi and the ogres of Icereach. The ogres provide guard duty and regularly tithe gold and food to the dragon. In exchange, the white dragon lends its overwhelming terror to the ogres in their ongoing wars against the human ice barbarians. As hunters, white dragons freeze and store bears, elks, seals, and moose in their upper larders, though they will gladly feast on ice barbarians or even elven travelers whenever the opportunity presents itself. Historically viewed by High Lords and Dark Knights as unruly, animalistic beasts driven purely by emotion and immediate gratification, white dragons proved notoriously difficult to command during the War of the Lance. Dark Knights eventually learned to avoid recruiting them altogether after losing entire legions to the dragons' unpredictable, instinctual frenzies. Unlike their highly solitary chromatic kin, white dragons maintain surprisingly strong family ties. Whites mate for life and raise their hatchlings together with single, massive layer complexes. Alpha males establish strength by maintaining multiple mates, aggressively defending the family domain. While outside, white dragons are attacked on sight to protect the brood. These large family units serve a vital practical purpose: preserving rare food reserves and treasure stores in a climate where resources are scarce. The most profound shift in White Dragon lore occurred after the fall of Takesis. When the Dark Queen perished, White Dragons broke free from their purely bestial state, unlocking higher intellectual capacity and strategic thought. Rather than simply reacting on impulse or abandoning goals when frustrated, modern White Dragons now plan, scheme, and build lasting strongholds. Having witnessed the death of their goddess, they hold little interest in blind worship, requiring the returning gods to prove their absolute power before offering allegiance. Despite their smaller stature, several White Dragons have carved terrifying legacies across the history of Ansalon. Akis, the grand progenitor of the White Dragon race, Akis took part in the slaying of the daughters of Paladine during the Dragon Wars before perishing in a failed ambush against Aurora's mountain projection. Terras Sleetix, or Sleet, a veteran of the Third Dragon War who slumbered for centuries in Icereach before re-emerging during the War of the Lance. She dominated the southern glade until her eventual demise during the Dragon Purge. Cryonissus, Ice, and Frizindia, Freeze, twin white dragon worms hatched from a single egg. These cunning sisters ambushed and killed the legendary Sleet, seizing total control over Icereach, where they rule as co-monarchs of the White Dragon clan. Gelidus, Frost, the alien dragon overlord known among the Cabal as the Sentinel, Frost transformed southern Ergoth into an expanse of absolute zero, freezing entire cities. He was the last overlord to fall, bargaining with the god Chemish before being slain by heroes in 422 Alt Cataclysm. From the ancient frozen peaks of Akis to the cunning rule of the twin worms Ice and Freeze in Icereach, the White Dragons prove that intelligence and survival instincts can transform even the smallest worms into absolute nightmares. Which White Dragon from Krynn's history do you find most compelling? Have your players ever braved an icy lair in your campaigns? Leave a comment below. I would like to invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. It all helps other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. Thank you for watching. This has been Adam with Dragonlance Saga, and until next time, remember, it's going to get stranger.